Welcome to Weeping Willow Homestead, and this is not going to be our meals of the week. This week, I went into it knowing it was going to be a long week, and so I opted not to film this week. But I didn't want to leave you guys hanging and not kind of update you on how life was going. And so I figured I would film Saturday night's dinner because it's always a big meal. And kind of just give you an update on why I didn't film this week. So to start with, my husband got a new position at work, and it means that now he is gone 5 days and only home 2 days. So it's going to take some getting used to Daddy being gone that much and only home 2 days at a time. And so we knew that this was the first week that he officially stepped into that new position. So I knew that was happening. We also are stepping back into homeschooling a little bit more on a full-time basis. We kind of go easy during the summer, and usually we only do school 3 days a week. But once the garden starts slowing down somewhat, that one fly, I'm telling you. Once the garden starts slowing down somewhat, we start kind of gearing back up and picking back up and doing a little bit more. So that has been this week. It also was extremely hot this week. We had 4 days in a row that were over 100 degrees with the heat index. I know the hottest day was 114, but there was also a day that was just 105, but because of the humidity level, it was awful. It was so, like, you walked outside and it felt like you would open the oven door. That humid, just hot air hitting you in the face kind of thing. So I spent those days refreshing the chickens' water to make sure they had cold water. That number 10 can of corn that we got from the food pantry, I ended up freezing it on cookie sheets and taking it out 3 different days and giving them frozen corn to eat so that they had something cold to eat at the hottest part of the day. Spraying down the tops of their coops, making sure that the coops were in the shade, anything like that that I could do to keep them cool, refreshing the goose's water so that he could dip in nice cold water. And I was doing the same thing for the cats as well, on making sure that they had fresh cold water. They have lots of places to go. Multiple times they were sprawled out on the cool front porch or out in the barn in the cool shade, that kind of thing. So that all going on, plus the garden was cranking this week too. So I was going to show you, I got the last of the cabbage combined with carrots from the food pantry fermenting to make another round of sauerkraut. I canned up 12 quarts of Southwest style soup from all of our sweet corn, our peppers, our tomatoes, and then deer meat that my husband got this fall. The apple trees that we have are not good apples. They are very, very tart apples. So in the past, I have made applesauce with them, but the applesauce, no matter how much sugar I add, is still so tart. But I did figure out that I can dehydrate them, and the kids like them because it's not quite so overwhelming. It brings out the sweetness a little bit more. So this was 2 rounds of filling our 9-tray dehydrator full, and I'm not done with those by any stretch. I canned up, I think, 12 pints of pickled green beans, and we're not anywhere near done yet. We're getting, that is a fraction of the tomatoes that we've been getting. I put a big dent in what I picked this week doing the Southwest taco soup, but we're eating tomatoes. I've been eating tomatoes 3 times a day, like all 3 meals. And then we're also getting cucumbers still. So I need to get another batch of refrigerator cucumbers made with those, but I'm also limited on refrigerator space, so that makes things interesting. So yeah, I was canning soup on the hottest day this week because, you know, that's how it works. But it had to be done. And that's 12 quick and easy lunches of making soup for the kids, or I will do like a quart of soup plus another soup for dinner. A lot of times during the winter, I'll do 2 different soups, and that way we can pick and choose. So, yeah. So, it has been a crazy busy week. And that's why I didn't film. So tonight is Saturday night, and Saturday night I always make a big meal. So we have that beef roast that I picked up from the food pantry earlier this week. And I put that in the crock pot, and then around it is a whole bag of radishes from Aldi. And when you cook radishes like this, they take on the taste and almost the texture of potatoes. And then there's also a handful of carrots and then some dehydrated onions from last year. And then with the juice from that, I drained it off and added water. And then I made some of the instant mashed potatoes with the liquid from that meat. So these are almost like mashed potatoes with gravy mixed in with them. They were delicious the one time I made these before. So made them again. I had my oldest daughter run out and pick enough green beans for dinner tonight. I was supposed to pick them 2 days ago in the middle of that heat wave, and I said, there's no way. I mean, we're talking like it was like 86 degrees was the low overnight kind of thing. So there was no way I was getting out and picking them. They can sit, and if we have some overgrown green beans, I can always compost them or feed them to the chickens, and we'll eat the ones that are good. So no big deal. Sauteed those, garlic, my normal way of cooking those. And then we also have some of our tomatoes sliced because, like I said, 3 meals a day. So yeah, makes for a nice big dinner. But I just kind of wanted to update you guys and not leave you guys hanging on no meals of the week, and because I hadn't said anything about not filming them. So, all right, that is everything. Thank you so much for joining me on this impromptu little weird update, and I hope you guys have a great day. Goodbye and God bless.